Hey, me. Whoop. A little better. Greetings and salutations. Well, I told you I'd give you a bus update this week, and here's your bus update. Come on in. Well, what? Oh. Yep, these are in finally. Well, check this out. This is just temporary. I'm not going to have this many switches, by the way. I got my kitchen cabinets back in. Yeah, those are nice. Nice stainless steel vent hood. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Yesterday I drilled some more holes through the floor. That's not fun at all. But I got the hole drilled for the drain. I've got a hole drilled for the gas line. And right now I took the refrigerator out of its pocket because I got to drill holes for the gas lines. So the gas line is going to come through here. There'll be a T fitting here, and the gas line will go up and into the range, and then it'll continue through the wall, through here, through another T, where it will feed into the to the refrigerator, and then the line will continue through the wall, and then through here and into the hot water heater. X marks the spot where the crapper goes. I gotta drill a hole through the floor there. Finish up that plumbing. This is mounted in finally, and never to be removed again. I got the bunks made. So it's Thursday today. I'm hoping by the end of next week I'll have the water finished and the gas lines done and a lion's share of the plumbing rough in finished. I gotta go get some steel so I can do the frame for the tanks. Finally got those. And as you can see, they fill up the bay quite nicely. Those are 45 gallons each. And they go about 2/3 of the way back. I got a bunch of stuff in the way over there, so I can go back a little bit further. I might have to relocate that mount, both of them probably, move them over a little bit. I have to go through the floor and drill a new hole through the floor. That doesn't sound like fun, but I also don't want these tanks, right up tight against the metal, rub a hole through them or anything, or rub it on each other. So I think I need to move that center support over probably a couple of inches, and then I can start running plumbing into the tanks. Getting there, but it's just not a very exciting video. Taking refrigerators out and removing the range from the thing, and I still got to mount this in place yet, but it just doesn't make for a very exciting video. So I haven't been showing much, just throwing my head down and doing it. But I also want to get these bunks done so I can order the mattresses. I'm going to get 6-inch high density foam for the back and the seat of these. I don't know if I probably haven't shown you how these are going to work. Hold on a second, let me show you how this is going to work. So this bottom here, you see that hinge, and that should give you a clue what's going to go here, but I have a little bit, not much storage underneath the couches. And there's the wheel well. And then you fold this down, and then you can unfold this, right? And you can do the same on the other side, and then it's the cushions all fold down, and you create what looks to be almost a king-size bed here from there all the way over there. This, of course, is going to be supported. You'll see how that's going to be done later when I finish the floor. Basically, just some pieces that fit together and create X's, and will support that bed from underneath. So we might not even be using the bunks. We'll see how that works out. If it works out to where the kids aren't even going to be using the bunks, then we'll probably take the bunks out and create some more space back here. But as it sits, I mean, the whole reason why I did a 16-inch raise here is so I could stack my kids like cordwood. Which brings me to some questions I've had recently about my roof raise and why I did my roof raise the way I did it. So the question that I get asked the most is why I didn't do my roof raise like Wes over at Transcend Existence, or Chris over at Off Grid Schoolie, or Deb and Jim over at Life is a Joy. And there's several other schoolie conversions that you can find here on YouTube that have their roof raise done right around the roof is cut right behind the driver's section, and then the roof is raised behind the driver. That kind of aesthetic goes back to the old Greyhound buses that had like two levels, but the roof raise was actually towards the back of the bus. What do they call those things? The question has been, why didn't I do my roof raise like that? And more recently, somebody commented, aren't I worried about the extra frontal area on the front of the bus creating excessive drag? And my answer to that comment was, I don't think the old 8.3 Cummins is going to feel the additional square footage of frontage. I figured it out as somewhere around 10.5 square feet on a front end that's already 100 square feet of parachute, essentially. But I don't think the 8.3 Cummins is even going to feel that or notice it. But for me, it was all about the ease of fabrication. It was easier for me just to knock the rivets out of the front and back caps and raise the entire roof as one piece, as opposed to making a cut behind the driver's compartment and just raising the passenger compartment, first and foremost. The second reason was because my roof raise is only 16 inches. I just didn't think that transition was enough to warrant that much fabrication. The metal work and the framing and all the tin work and all that stuff. I just didn't want to work that hard. I don't remember how much Wes went and how much those other ones went, but I would imagine they're over 2 feet. Third reason is, if you notice in this video, that the front of my bus, the front cap, is kind of bulbous. In other words, the cap area in the driver's compartment is taller than the rest of the roof. So the front of the bus got this big bulb, and then it falls down to the level of the roof. And then I would have made another cut. I think it just looked ridiculous. So those are the three reasons. Number one, it was easier. Number two, I didn't think a 16-inch roof raise warranted that kind of fabrication. And number three, the front of my bus is taller than the rest of the roof. I just think it would look silly. Right now I'm at about 11'6", I think, at the front, right around 11'6", and I could have actually gone up another 2 feet. 13'6" is what most Class A's are being built at now. Some of the higher end coaches are being built at 13'6", but I think doing a roof raise this way at 13'6", it would look top heavy. I think that aesthetic looks better, having the roof raised behind the driver's compartment and having that transition. And it's tall enough to where you can do like what Chris and Wes did with putting, I don't know if Life is a Joy did that too, but they put like a hatch window so they could have a little more natural light coming in. That hatch could be opened to allow for some more ventilation. When I first bought this bus, I thought about doing a slide out, at least one slide out, maybe two. And then I started, running the numbers and being realistic about what I wanted to do. And I just didn't want this bus build to take 5 years. And I think if I'd have done a slide out or two, I'd still be doing structural work today instead of doing finishing work. So I hope they answer some of your questions. So if you have any questions or comments about this build or any other video I have, down in the comment section is where to put that. Go ahead and hammer away at the keys if you're so inclined. If you like this video and thought it was informative and entertaining, hammer away at that like button. Just smash it to bits if you would. If you thought it sucked and it was a waste of your time, hit the other one. That's okay. Either way is okay with me. And if you haven't done so yet, down underneath this window is a subscribe button. Click that button, and then right next to it is a picture of a bell. And by clicking that notification bell, you'll receive notifications when I do another upload. Share this video with your vast social media network if you're so inclined. And as always, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry, and have a splendid day. Now I gotta go edit. So I'll see you next time. All right, bye.